Hey, guy. Hey, no. Hello, everyone. This is... no, I'm not Isaac. This is Taryn.
This is Isaac.
And we are True
And
Masters
we are
and
True Masters and Morons.
I literally am like, hey, guys, this is Isaac.
Somebody is very used to me starting videos. Holy crap.
Apparently so. Where did they all walk off to? Oh.
I don't know.
Oh, wow, they killed an imp.
How rude.
I'm genuinely impressed. These things are weak sauce. And imps hurt.
And they're weak sauce, as is proved by the fact that Taryn's just beating the snot out of them with their own arms.
Did it die? Oh, it just died. Okay.
It's dead, yeah.
Just killed over and died. Okay.
So I have one last big camping story to talk about. So, last night that we were there, same night that I got burned.
That's a lot of ammo it just gave me.
Yes.
Ooh.
Say hello to this game's version of a save point.
I mean, it has checkpoints,
ready for a boss battle, suckers!
Yeah, that exactly. That's happening.
You're fine.
So far, so good.
But so the last night we were there, actually, sorry, let me start from the beginning here. So, first night we were there, we're a little bit away from the kaibo, the bathroom, and we were walking together to go to the bathroom because we were about to go to bed, and we have this like bright little light, but it's a very white light, which, you know,
Washes
by white we
out?
mean, yeah, so by white we mean slightly bluish, because welcome to bright white lights in reality. I
don't know why that's so funny, but it is.
But it did. It washed everything out, and we have another picture here. Oh man, my phone just died. Wow, this really is just a piece of crap charger. I need to go plug this into the other one. I'll do that after we're done here. But my
I
phone's
assume
dead,
you
so that's
remember
fun.
the story even without the picture.
Well, yeah.
Oh
no,
my gosh!
Picture's not on my phone anyway. It was just
This doom
my
guy's
phone
on
died.
fire.
All right. So, like I said, this picture here that you guys should be able to see is basically what everything looked like because it was washing everything out. So it looked like a black and white, really creepy forest scene. And this is the first night we were there, and I foolishly make the joke about being in like a slasher horror film.
On your first night up at camp?
On our first night. We were only up there for 2 nights. But yeah, the first night we were there, and I already...
Oh my gosh.
Dang it, dude. I am trying to tell a story.
I know. I backed into something. I can move just fine, so yeah, I backed into something.
Yeah, I think there's a pillar there in the middle. Yep.
Oh, I
you backed right into that.
Oh, that takes up my ammo. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Woo. Toasty.
Toasty indeed.
Eat a light. That's it. They're just the hellbats that went to hell. They died.
Oh, I needed that so much. Okay.
Yeah, you did. Holy crap.
Oh no!
Woo!
Well, I guess I'm using it now.
Yep. Guess so.
Oh, they're here, so that works. Eat health. Okay.
So, like I said, first night. By the way, when I said that, Sarah was just like nodding vigorously when I said foolishly I made a joke about being in a slasher film. So, what? Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing that made it kind of worse. So we went in the middle of the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's the middle of the week. School's still not officially out in most places. And so in the section of the campground we were the only people. There were no other campers. In fact, when you drive into the campground, there are two different places you can go. There's a camping section, and then you drive towards the swimming area, and there's kind of this loop of a little place that you can set up camp. But it really seems like it's more set up for RVs and stuff, because there's not a whole lot of room for...
Oh, me!
Oh, yeah, that's you. There's not a whole lot of room for where you could set up a tent in those locations, right? And, is that all this is? Is he going to talk?
I mean, it's still playing, so something's going to happen. Don't you dare look at me.
He just recognizes what it is? I don't know. All right. And I believe that's it.
Oh!
Yeah, that's the end of the mission, dude.
Got it.
You did not get all of the bonus items.
No.
Oh,
I
you got
most
all
the
but
good
one of
stuff.
the runes. You basically got everything, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed. All right, we'll be back.
You fought your way out of hell and managed to return, but now the demons have staked their claim on Mars. You must find a way to shut down the hell portal Olivia created.
Hell on Mars.
Weird blood bubbles. Oh.
Really? I was thinking fire.
Never looked like sparks to me.
The Argent Tower is destroyed. The portal can no longer be closed from this side. The hell energy flows from a location in the world we call the Well. But you've returned. The only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions.
Ha 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 ha.
So there may be a way. Vega is trying to access Olivia's files. If you can get to the nearest terminal, we will provide you with information. That's all for now.
Great. So you drive the one way towards the swimming area, and there's that RV place. And in that RV place, when we got there, you're not going to look around that room more?
I looked in there. I looked. There was nothing.
Like, you missed that. All right. I thought, okay. My bad. And so there were two RVs and nothing else. And then obviously the dude who like runs the camp while like he's paid to be there.
Looks like a palace on fire. It's kind of awesome.
It actually does. It's really cool. Makes me think like Prince of Persia, the first one during the beginning missions, you know? Oh, the boulders are here now.
Go!
Whoa! See? Told you. And so we go and we went to the campground because we had a tent. We were going to actually like full on camp out. And there was no one. Literally no one.
Okay.
And it was so far into the woods and up away from civilization that the like closest store was 15-20 minutes away, and we had no cell signal. Like, that's not surprising for me. I have a crappy I honestly kind of have a crappy provider, and they don't usually have bars anywhere outside of major towns, you know? To the point that 20-minute away town with a store in it, I still don't have cell signal in, but Sarah did. But Sarah also doesn't have cell signal where we're camping.
Okay.
And so we are sitting there in our campground, the only people there, no cell signal, and I make a joke about being in a slasher film, as we're in this black and white thing or a
What-
horror movie or
Which is
whatever.
great because you've just described the setup for like all camp murder stories ever.
right.
Olivia
So-
has an artifact in her private lab
Oh,
that we've been
and I can't
studying
move.
for years. I believe you can use it to find the answers you seek. It bears your mark.
Oh, that's what he was staring
His
at.
personal
Okay.
laboratory is not part of the registered facilities database. Alpha level clearance will be required to locate it. Granted.
Thank you. I'm like, you best not be making me earn this.
Facility from the north sector of the Advanced Research Complex, about 80 kilometers away.
Whoa, am I taking a ship, a train? I'm not walking that.
I'll bring
Right.
Tram power online to take
Okay,
you there,
train.
But you'll need a UAC corporate facilities clearance card to activate it. There is a
Why do I
security
not
station
carry those
nearby.
from mission to mission?
Because this is an actual decent security system, so it doesn't work for everywhere.
So we're sitting there, and that by itself kind of creeped us out. Sorry, I just hit the mic. So that by itself kind of creeped us out, but like
Oh.
wasn't horrible. It wasn't too bad. But then after that, we went back, we went to sleep. That was fine. We had the whole next day. And then after this is now the next day after I'd burnt myself. And it was 9 p.m. So dark outside, no moon was showing. All that was lighting us was our campfire and our stars, right?
Okay.
And this van drives around our side of the park, and we're like, all right, so somebody's coming to look at the stuff. We drove around a couple times, it was fine. So they drove around once, drove around a second time, stopped at the bathroom, and then it had been a while, so we were like, they must have decided not to stay, or they went and found a campsite or something. Then we see lights driving up toward our camp, and then they stop. And this is a one-way circle to all of these campgrounds.
Okay.
So if they were coming our way, in order to go back legally, they would have needed to pass by us again.
Okay.
They did.
They didn't pass you?
They didn't pass us. So we just see lights and suddenly they disappear. Sarah doesn't tell me this until later, but apparently she saw a flash of red for a little bit and then nothing.
Okay.
So I'm freaking out because I am a paranoid bastard. My paranoia, she was fine, but then my paranoia was causing her to be paranoid, so she got worse. So I take our car, I drive around our whole section, that whole circle. Not a single one of the campgrounds are full. Not a single one has a car in it or any activity whatsoever.
Okay.
Right? I come back, I tell her that. She's like, okay, are you sure? I grab a flashlight, and I do it again, shining my flashlight into each campground area.
Okay.
Not there. It's gone. So
they pieced
and
out.
This is a wooded area, so they weren't like driving off into the forest anywhere. There's not enough room for a van, and it's a van.
Okay.
So they pieced out, like you said. They must have driven up, backed out, like pulled into something, turned around and backed out, and done it illegally. Because, like I said, it's a one-way street. But we were still a little freaked out, that that was happening,
Understandably so, yeah.
So we were just we were so freaked out to the point that we kind of lost our appetites. We weren't sure whether or not we wanted to stay that night. But then the issue is that by the time we had discussed it and thought about leaving, it was 9:58 and the camp locks up at 10. They close their gates and don't let anyone leave or come in from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So by the time we had even discussed leaving, there were 2 minutes until we could leave, so it wasn't happening. Right? So that just compounded
the whole psychological issues you're having right then.
Yeah. So we're like, well, crap, now we're trapped here with potential, like, murderers, and there's nothing we can do. So
Those who came before you and those
we're like, okay, let's just bring everything we can into the tent. We won't leave it in the car. We'll take it into the tent with us and everything. And then we needed to go to the bathroom. You can go ahead and hit that. I'll keep talking about it inside the ruin. It's fine.
Okay.
We'll be back in just a second. So I'm sitting there, kind of, like we said, kind of freaking out. And then, we both needed to go to the bathroom. Like I said, we were already nervous. So we just drove the car to the restroom. And then I'm like, you know what? We have to drive in a circle anyway. That one on your right's closer to you. Yep, there you go. We have to go and drive in a circle around anyway. So do you want to drive over to the RV section and see if maybe... Go ahead and hit retry. To see if maybe the van had decided to go and stay in the RV area, because she had the idea maybe they were just like kind of backpackers who were traveling across everything, and they were just driving in and then they'd sleep in their van and leave in the morning. So we drive into the RV section. Why do you keep doing that?
Because I had the backwards in my head.
So we drive into the RV section, and so we drive to the RV section, and we do end up finding the silver van. And she was absolutely correct. They didn't have anything unpacked. They clearly just came in, went to sleep. Oh, yep. Came in, went to sleep in their van, and then we're going to leave in the morning. Now, while this didn't solve all of our paranoia, it definitely helped a lot. But we still brought everything into the tent, all of our valuable stuff into the tent. And then we, went to sleep, had a bit of... I'd still say we slept better than we did the first night, because we just slept like crap the first night. And so... I'd still say we slept better than the night before. And we wake up, we're alive, no damage, nothing stolen, everything's fine. So that was our super scary night, and I did not make anything better, and I felt so bad because I know that I made things honestly probably worse for Sarah. She would have been fine if it hadn't been for my utter paranoia ruining everything. So, moral of the story, everyone. If you're a vehicle driving around in a campground, just drive legally and keep going.
That's the moral of this story?
It's one of the many. Don't freak out other campers by not going around and making them think that you stopped, but then turning around instead. Either stop where you're going to stop, or just drive legally.
Makes people makes you look less sketchy.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Hey, little dude.
It's like
Really?
the front half of an Ultralisk.
Look, it's a demonic breach detected. You think? Ow. Ow. Hey,
I'm sad you had no reaction.
I'm sorry, I actually couldn't hear you over the sound of the shotgun. What did you say?
Oh, I said it looks like the front half of an Ultralisk.
I mean, I guess I could see that. It's so small, I just don't think of it that way, but yeah. With his pink little butt.
Anyway, so you said you would probably have some questions, so...
Yeah, so you said you made everything worse with your paranoia. Now, are you talking about because the horror movie comment, or because you were just so much more freaked
No.
out by all the nighttime shenanigans.
I had honestly forgotten that I had made the horror movie comment the night before. So that was not even in my thought process. Remember, Taryn, you need to kill 4 in one holding of that button.
Ugh.
But so I had completely forgotten about it. In all honesty, just the van driving and then stopping and turning around without us knowing they were stopping and turning around was freak out enough for me to be worried that they had like
Done
stopped
something
there. Well, and the thing that really freaked me out is that when I drove around, they weren't there. If they had just stopped and started camping there, it would have been fine. I would have just made the excuse of I went to the bathroom and was driving back around because I chose to take my car to the bathroom instead of walking because I'm a fat, lazy piece of crap. You know?
Okay.
And that would have been fine.
That demon seems to have taken
But-
your card. You will need to find it. The tram station will
Heal.
not be accessible without proper clearance.
Heal.
I'll be coming back here. And there will be more
Watch you
nasty things
not.
inside.
But so just that by itself made me so paranoid not seeing them, and I was so worried that they'd like drop
That
someone
charge.
off that was just gonna like murder us in the middle of the night or steal all our crap or you know what have you. So
I gotcha.
that was my paranoia.
All right. Yeah. No, I understand the
Was that
paranoia thing, though. I mean, you know me. I am Mr. Paranoid.
That's just it. You're a lot more paranoid about things that would never even
I'm
occur to
more
me.
paranoid about more things. Is what you're saying?
I'd say you're more paranoid about things that most people aren't paranoid about, but you're less paranoid about things that make other people paranoid.
Most people are.
You know? Like
Yeah.
we were discussing earlier, you are the odd man out in almost everything.
Every social
We
aspect,
were-
and it's not on purpose. Like, I'm not a hipster. I don't try to be. But
It
there's
was so
some
funny.
things.
We were literally talking earlier today about, you know, things that we do and things about YouTube. And he was like, you know, that's not a thing that I would enjoy watching. And I'm like, yes, but as we've discussed, you are not the majority of YouTube. And he's like, I am not the majority of anything.
It's like, and that's not. Yeah, that's just to be clear. That's not just him like give me crap. Like, no, there's so many things. It's like, yes, this is a common thing that people do and or enjoy and or just do. And I'm like, why would you ever do that? It's like, because of these reasons. I'm like, that's dumb.
Yeah. So, like, there's a part of me that honestly thinks you would have been fine and you wouldn't have even, like, considered being paranoid in that moment. Like, in the moment, at least. Like, maybe looking back on it, you might have been like, it would have made sense to have been worried, but nah. But
That
In the
situation's got like a 50-50 one.
it's definitely got a 50-50, but I was petrified. I was so worried that something was going to happen to Sarah. Because
Yeah.
I don't care about me in most situations. I'd say like 90% of the time I just don't care what'll happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
But Sarah was there, and I'm like, I'm not okay with this.
Yeah, see, it's situations
so-
like that where I'm like, I need to go get licensed so I can carry a gun.
Honestly, yeah, there was definitely a part of me that's like, I really wish I was carrying right now.
And that's the thing, like, guns have sort of a what's the word I'm looking for here?
Negative connotation?
Not everyone is down for gun carrying in most places.
No.
Very few people are going to look at you twice for carrying a gun when you're like out camping though. Like that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
You're out in the
I
wild.
agree.
There's plenty of reasons to carry a gun. So nobody looks at you funny when you're like, "Oh, carrying a gun, I see." It's like, "Yes, I'm 3 miles. Oh, sorry, not 3 miles. I'm 3 hours from anywhere." Yes, I am.
Yes, I am carrying a gun.
And everyone's like, "Ah, yes, this makes sense. This is normal."
Well, so it was to the point that I was so worried that something might happen that I had both of our pokers in the fire becoming red hot.
I like your style.
In preparation for when I felt I might have to stab him.
Bad language word.
I know exactly. As soon as you said it, I knew exactly why. And again, I say, I like your style.
But like, that's the level of paranoia that I had. Which, on the other hand, talking about the whole gun thing, is maybe somebody like me who's going to get paranoid about a van driving around isn't the kind of person you want being able to legally carry a gun around.
Okay, well, paranoia and panic are two very different things. You don't want someone who's going to be like, yeah, and then, starts firing randomly. But someone who's like, this is concerning. I shall be ready. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh.
All right, yeah. No, I can agree with that. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just glad that we're both home, safe. I will say we were both very ready to come home after that night.
Yeah,
I
get that.
Not only because of that event, but also because we've had a few. We were like. We have a few. We have a list of things that we need to make sure that we have with us next time we go camping, because we were not as prepared as we would have liked to have been.
And not just for the scenario, I take it?
No. Honestly, sleeping. We were both so sore after sleeping, and we had an air mattress, and it still just wasn't enough.
Oh, that's why, man. You need to sleep straight on the floor. What is that?
But so yeah, that was our creepy night story. I don't know, but we will find out next time.
Seriously, that looks like it's probably it's a blue ore, like a power-up ore, maybe? Sorry.
Maybe.
Anyway, all right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. If you want to see more of this or any other Let's Play or lore, let us know in the comments down below. In the meantime, this has been True Masters and Morons. Signing off. Ow.
Thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see more like it, hit that subscribe orb.
To see our last Let's Play, click or tap the link on the right.
For our last lore video, click the link on the left.
Thank you to all of our patrons for making these videos possible.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.